CM Punk's AEW Forbidden Door opponent revealed. Plus, there are no plans, apparently, for an absent AEW star. And WWE Tryout is booked in for some popular new talent next month. It's all in the wrestling news right now. All eyes on Forbidden Door. Round the corner, we will see All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling with some dream match machines being manufactured here. We already know we're getting Omega Ospreay 2.
Yep.
Thank you very much. That's delicious. Yum, yum, yum. We're already getting Okada Danielson.
We are.
Oh, with these dream matches, you are spoiling us. Another one. What we got?
Another one. This comes from Fightful Select. They say New Japan Pro Wrestling star Kenta tweeted that he'd be interested in working the Forbidden Door pay-per-view if the money is right. It would appear that the money is right because Fightful Select learned this week that the working plan was for Kenta to work the show, and CM Punk alongside him as well has been discussed as Kenta's opponent.
This is something that has gone on and on for a long time. Tale is almost as old as time, like Beauty and the Beast, but around a finisher called Go to Sleep. Both are practitioners of that particular move, and this has been a subject, a bone of contention with both shots back and forth online against one another. Kenta, however, said he's no longer bothered about who does the best Go to Sleep. He just wants to earn some money.
Yes.
Now, the rumor and innuendo around the possibility of this match whet a lot of people's appetites, including Kenta.
It did. So last night on Twitter, Kenta quote tweeted Wrestling Cover's Twitter account, which referenced the Fightful report along with a fake match graphic made by It's Tom's Customs account too.
Tom's Customs.
Yeah, they always look. They fake everybody out to those ones. They're so good.
That's Tom. I put that back. That's Tom's Customs work. That is. He's great.
He's very good.
The amount of time you've got to read, like, he makes me pay attention on Twitter.
Yeah.
Does Tom's Customs. He makes me pay attention because I'll scroll and go, no way. Postman Pat versus Brooklyn. Oh.
He's got me again. Bloody hell.
Good lad, Tom. Good lad. Never stop, never stopping.
Kenta tweeted last night, oh, hell no, Tony Khan. Oh, no, sorry. He said, oh, hell no. Tell Tony Khan, give me the bag. He wants the moolah. He wants that giant sack of money.
Or he's helping with his shopping.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, Kenta wants a big bag of money and he'll fight CM Punk at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Give the man a bag of money.
Yeah, it feels like a Forbidden Door match, this. It feels like last year when we were talking about Forbidden Door and the possibilities of who could face who. I think in one of the pitches I was like, please let's do Kenta versus CM Punk, because it's something that I'd like to see as a wrestling fan. I think a lot of people would like to see too as wrestling fans.
That and Postman Pat versus Brock Lesnar, which I saw on my feed the other day. It was Tom's Customs. Tom's Customs. Now, a scrapped match for Forbidden Door has been revealed. We talked yesterday about Mercedes Money being in discussion for a match at the Super Show. A few more details on what could have been this morning.
Yeah, so this comes from Fightful Select as well. They said prior to her injury, there were talent at New Japan and AEW believed that she was coming in to do the show, and even rumours that it'd be working against Saraya. We've been unable to confirm if there have ever been plans for such, but confirmed Saraya wasn't approached with it. Saraya and Mercedes have a built-in history though, as the two worked together in Saraya's last match for 5 years back in 2017.
Be an interesting one to lean on, because that was indeed the match where Saraya got injured and seemingly retired from wrestling for good, and now she is back, and both have been across the world in different ways, shapes and forms. It certainly is a story that you could lean on. It's not one that's happening due to the injury of Mercedes Moné, but you know what? I think if the stars align again, I find it difficult for them to resist.
Yeah, I think it's sort of it's horrible because of the circumstances that happened, but it's a built-in storyline right there, isn't it, that they can definitely tie back to, and I think they probably will if they can do so at some point down the line.
Forbidden Door on the way, coming up 2 weeks' time, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 weeks till we open the Forbidden Door. Meanwhile, as you are watching this, it's just getting underway as we're recording this. New Japan, All Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah are uniting for All Together Again, which is their Tri-branded show from Sumo Hall. Reveal. It looks like a really, really cool card. And we will keep you updated with some of the big happenings at cultaholic.com throughout the morning and throughout the day as the show is in progress. Meanwhile, let's talk Serena Deeb, because it seems like nobody is talking Serena Deeb. She arrived in AEW during the pandemic, if memory serves, and was starting to get a build as a serious wrestler who's going to school people, take them to town, and had a run as NWA Women's World Champion, I believe. Yes, she did. Okay, I'm glad. I was worried I might have imagined that. Might have been a Tom's Customs again. And she hasn't been around for ages, and Fightful Select have been asked about her, so they did some digging, did Sean Ross Sapp and the team, and they say, for those asking about Serena Deeb, we haven't heard of an update of late on her status, though we are constantly asking. She's not been around backstage, and those that we speak to say they haven't even heard of her being brought up creatively. Now, Deeb has not wrestled in AEW since Dark Elevation in October of last year. Nothing has been posted on her social accounts either, and it was back in March that Dax Harwood on the ill-fated FTR podcast said that Deeb had been considered for the Pinnacle at one point. And all of that kind of went to nothing because she's just disappeared off the scene, and it looks as if there's no plans in the works for her to be back, which is a shame.
It's a huge shame. I hope whatever may be happening right now, I hope she's all right, because I really enjoy watching her matches. I think she'd be a great fit for like the Blackpool Combat Club, a women's member in the Blackpool Combat Club. I think she'd be perfect in there.
That would be a really good shout. If that happens, it's copyright Andrew Hodgins putting that out there. Let's talk of two who WWE are really high on at the moment. That being the Cavinder twins, who we saw on NXT, lifting Thea Hale after she'd won the Battle Royal. What's the latest on the twins?
Well, this comes from Ravy Davey Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio. He said they've not signed a talent contract yet. I checked that today. They still have their next in line contract. WWE is real high on them, but they haven't even started training yet. Them being on TV tells you that they must be pretty serious, and they did give up their final year of college basketball for this. Speaking with Chris Vanini from The Athletic as well, Hayley Cavinder gave an update. She said, I don't think we've talked about a timeline. We take it day by day. We came out here and we're going to a Raw event later in July. We're going where our feet are, understanding, getting more into it and seeing where it takes us. And in that interview too, Hannah and Hayley confirmed that whilst they've not signed contracts with WWE, they will return for a tryout in July.
So that's that Raw show they're going to. They're going to get a tryout.
Yeah.
I think there's something there.
I think there's something there.
I think so.
The way that they were sort of like put on at the forefront with Thea Hale, with them on the shoulders, and even getting a mention on commentary as well.
Yeah.
It does feel like that WWE want to do something special with them.
I'm intrigued to see how this rolls. I certainly think the one thing that definitely needs not just present investment but future investment is the women's tag division in WWE across the board. As Ronda Rousey said the other week, and she's bang on the money, it's very shallow. So now is the time to start bolstering that as and where you can. And whilst you're doing that, building for the future. I think the Cavinder twins are people that if I am lucky enough to still be sat here in a year's time and my heart hasn't given out through years of Burger King abuse, that I think we will be talking about in years to come. I really, really do think that. Talking to future superstars, how's this to end on? Jessica McKay, aka Billie Kay, former Iconic and Inspiration, former Knockouts Tag Team Champion, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, is expecting her first child. McKay announced the news and shared a baby scan on Instagram. Baby arriving December 2023, the board said. The caption reading, I'm waiting for your love.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And it's around the same time that Peyton Royce has had her first one as well. So they're going to be friends.
That's a future tag team.
Another future tag team
there for you as well.
If I'm lucky enough to be somehow here, I'll probably be a brain in a jar by that point. Yes. Then I look forward to seeing the Cavinder twins dropping the belts to the Iconics Juniors.
It's a story that writes itself, Tom.
It writes itself. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you, bye.